Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the dark side of the podcast. And thank you. I don't have my stream deck yet so I hope you can give me a little bit of latitude on this. So clearly we've made a little bit of a change in the production for the podcast. There's a reason for that. We're going to start broadcasting karate combat. Huge fan of combat sports. I've always wanted to be able to call fights. And you know what? My resume is poli-sci. So even with a good radio voice, I'm going to be sitting here doing politics, or I'm going to be doing nothing. And I want to do it. So this is we've put some investment into this, created a studio, and we're ready to go. But it occurred to me, and this is not dialed in, by the way. There's one thing. I don't know. I get more views on AMP videos than I do on anything else. But you see this little pop-up that keeps happening? This is just sitting here stuck on a loop. And you see that little pop-up? If anybody happens to watch this video and can tell me how to get rid of this, I just want it to loop, I would certainly appreciate it. We're going to be having the fights right here. And there's a lot going on. So we're going to be broadcasting it over to OmniFlix Network tomorrow. 1800 Central. If you'd like to join us, just go to omniflix.tv, and I would certainly appreciate the support, man. And obviously, we're still tweaking the lights. We went with pure kickers. I went with pure kickers instead of having any kind of fill lights, key lights, anything. I want to be the star of the show, man. That's just how I am. But it occurred to me when I made this, when we built all this out, that the very, very first crypto video that I ever put out, I put it out about AMP. So it would stand to reason to me that the very first crypto video I put out in studio, even though it's a little rough right now, we'll tweak it in. It should definitely be an AMP video. And I like to talk to you guys. I've been following the project for years and years, ever since it was Flexicoin, and it would just make sense. So there's a paradigm shift that's happening in crypto. I don't know if you can tell, but there is absolutely a paradigm shift that's happening here in crypto. Everyone's meme crazy. That's it. Look, it has nothing to do with AMP. AMP price has been very, very flat. But the paradigm shift, the thing that's been happening is, before, we used to still get action out of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, it would more or less carry the market. But I don't know if you've noticed, but that ain't happening anymore. So we're getting the leavings of it, just a little bit of it. But we're not getting the full effect that we were getting before the ETFs and before everything else came in. So fundamentally, nothing changed about AMP. Everything fundamentally changed about crypto. And we have to relearn how to work in this market. Now, I have never, ever changed my mind. I've never changed my tune. I've never changed my message. It's always been the same. Apps, not chains. Consumers, not investors. AMP is stuck because it ran through the entire bubble. That was all the way back 2018, 19, 20, our highlight 2020, 2021, and then it's just faded out like virtually every other token. But it still has a lot of cash. Flexus still has an awful lot of cash to go. And so they have runway, so that they can keep pushing it out. Now, one of the questions I always ask on my streams constantly is very, very simple. How many crypto apps do you have on your phone that are not wallets and that are not DEXs? And the answer universally is almost always none. There are no crypto apps on anybody's phone. Now, I have 5. One of them is a spend app. I have still, to this day, continued to use a spend app because I think as far as being able to front run everything, and that's actually working with big players, sure, they're doing all of these things. Now, it's going to come down to volume, and I can illustrate this very, very easily for you. Not a lot of people are using it. That's it. Not a lot of people are using the spend app, and they need volume. Volume like Solana. They need millions and millions and millions of transactions that are occurring over there through the spend app, so that the VIG to the AMP token, meaning that you pay Flex a percentage. It's like 1%, 1 or 1.5. I don't know if they've changed it. And they use that money. They come back, they buy up the AMP token, and they drop it over to stakers. That is literally how it works. That is continuous buy pressure on top of a token because it's getting used, and this is important because it's getting used to purchase goods or services, whatever it happens to be, and then it is being cycled. It's getting back over to stakers. Stakers going to hold on to it. There's more on the market, but there is this continuous level of buy pressure. It's going to elevate this token. That's going to do something like that. But to get that many people using it is a Herculean effort. That's really where it comes down to, is that it is a massive, massive effort to get that many people into it. So I fully expect the token to languish. The thing that's going to pop it anymore is no longer Bitcoin. It is no longer this big mythical alt cycle that everybody seems to talk about. Now it's going to be products. And this is the way that it's supposed to be. This is exactly the way that it's supposed to be. Not speculative investment, but use case. The difference, and this is monstrous, and people have got to wrap their head around this. The difference between just getting investors and getting consumers is that the money that comes in through consumers never leaves. They don't buy the token so that they can get a little profit on it and sell it off. They buy the token without knowing that they're buying the token. This is critical. So is there anything that I can do, you can do, we can do? Support our bags, pump our bags, work for our bags? Sure. Tell people to use the Spend app. Show them how to do it. Step by step. This is how you download it. This is how you put money on it. And this is how you spend it. That is of paramount importance. Education. We have to have it. So anyway, I hope you guys like the new digs. It's obviously, man, we're going to be rolling through this, changing up lighting and stuff like that. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it dialed in, man. If there's one thing I have is patience, because crypto has been very, very good to me. I was able to retire, and this is what I do now. This is it. This is my job. So anyway, questions or comments, Scott at ThePodocasts.com. I'm more than happy to answer any and all of them. We're going to be doing a very, very private stream tonight as we dial in the last little bit of the studio. If anybody would like to join, Bella at ThePodocasts.com. She'll send you the link. We can get there, guys. We can absolutely get there, but you're going to have to work for it. Crypto is full of parasites. Don't be one of those. That's it. Catch you guys next time. Hope you like the new digs, and cheers.